Hello everybody, welcome back. StarCraft 2 is back on the menu, boys. And we have msrm, Bulgarian player, going up against Reynor's Terran. We're gonna see Baby Marine copied off Reynor, or if Reynor is copying off Baby Marine. And this drone is going out to the other side of the map. Maybe Reynor went random, but I think he just went Terran, and msrm is trying to be a hero already, going for a proxy hatch for our first game of this tournament, which is the Bellum Gens Elite, held in Stara, Zagora in 2024. Was held like early August, and we see a double Rax opener coming out of Reynor here. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, because his racks are in the front. If this is like Ravagers, these racks are just going to die before they produce any like valuable amount of bio. And if it's like Reapers going across the map, it's probably even worse. We're gonna see now. I've planned it out that this is the tournament we will be covering for the following, like, coming 2 months, 9 weeks-ish, because we just need more StarCraft, and that is when the Home Circuit Cup 26 is, which, you know, that is when I'll basically have covered almost all of the games of this tournament. And it's going to be pretty interesting. StarCraft 2 has been having like a little bit of a dry spell. Let's just call it the off-season. Just kind of chilling. And the Roach Warren is down. The Queen is... Double Queen has started, actually, and the first Reaper is out. He did see the creep, but did he see it? Like, you barely just don't see it at all. I can't even see it on this minimap. But the Reaper is running in. He sees there's no natural. There should be alarm bells right away. A bunker goes down immediately, and the Roach Warren has almost completed. This Reaper's still across the map. He's now looking for a hatchery. Reynor staying at home with his Reapers. He even has a third barracks. So he's going to have a lot of Reapers. So which player is going to hit critical mass first? 3 racks Reaper can pump out a lot of these bad boys. They can kite very well off of creep. But as soon as the Zerg player has a bunch of Ravagers, they can start one-shotting the Reapers before they even get in range. The Roaches try and get on top of the ramp here. Roaches do have a high amount of armor, and because Reapers have a double shot, the Roaches do tank it up quite well. Do have the first Queen out. This Queen not moving across the map, which is a move that I like to do myself. One Roach did go... Nope. 0 Roaches went down. Only a creep tumor. And we're getting a lot of bunkers out of Reynor here. 2 bunkers on the map already. Third one being created. No factory at all. It's just pure Reapers, and they are running across the map here, intending to make this very crazy. And we should see some Roaches start up at the main base, or some Spines if msrm knows that this is happening. And Reynor can completely put msrm all in with this move. And now the Roaches do start, which means that these drones will survive, or at least some of them will. At the front, though, the push is commencing. Only 3 Ravagers, but that's enough to focus down this bunker right now. A bunch of drones are gonna go down, but msrm is in the main base as well. The Roaches are popping. If msrm has any minerals left, he can start redroning after that, whereas Reynor does not have an economy anymore. If he gets to kill these Reapers now, whoa, actually quite a few SCVs ready to tank up for the Reapers that are coming out of these racks. The bottom racks are still alive. msrm did not kill those. It does take quite a while to kill those with a low amount of units. 25 SCVs have gone down. Bunch of Reapers have been targeted down. We have 5 more Reapers on the map. 2 more popping right now. This Queen is going down. 1 Reaper in this bunker. msrm, I don't know if he should be focusing these bunkers or just getting as many SCVs as possible to Ravagers remaining, 5 drones against 4 SCVs, 1 orbital. And there's 2 hatcheries on the map, but it's pretty difficult to defend these 2 spaced out hatcheries against the Reaper massing of Reynor here. 4 SCVs, 5. Oh my god, the roaches. They came across the map all the way from the main base. And it's kind of like a, hey, here's Johnny moment. Because that is very scary. Look at these roaches. There's still a little bit of gas remaining here for msrm to make Ravagers. And there's no mining out of Reynor here. He's making a few Marines. Probably going to put them in the bunkers. And he's flying over with the orbital. I like it. Could maybe even put the racks, like, towards the bunker so that these roaches can't get out. The roaches do get on top of the first bunker. These Marines, they're going to flee away, get into the second bunker. And there is no SCVs remaining at all. And 7 drones on the map for msrm. So he is droning back at home a little bit. 2 Ravagers underway, only minerals here. And he even has a queen. He can use some transfuses here. 4 more drones underway. The Reapers are running across the map again. And all of these drones are just not safe anymore. msrm's... all of his... well, everything is just in the main. Put everything in that one basket. And everything that Reynor has back at home just fell. This one Ravager stays alive. Gets a transfuse even. All of the drones go down at home, but a couple drones were created at the front. Does msrm notice he needs to protect these last few drones versus Reynor? Actually has a couple more drones maynarding towards his outer base. I think the units just go back and defend, and then the game is over. Like, only if all of these drones die and msrm can't remake another drone. Quickly, deliver the minerals! No way, no way, no way, no way! Okay. The units are here. We still have 3 drones. And that's all you need. A drone and a dream. Well, you also need a hatchery, I suppose. Reynor, on the other hand, still running away with his command center. He can use mules to get income as long as this command center is still alive. What do you do here? Do you make a gas? Just so that you can make more Ravagers? Because I feel like as soon as you have, like, 4 Ravagers here, it's just Ogre. It's all Ogre. But that's quite a few minerals spent. Ooh, that roach wants to stay alive. Reynor buying so much time for himself. More Marines are being created. SCVs are not being created. And look at that. The Reapers run by. Get another juicy drone kill. And honestly, no analysis needed here. This is just a weird-ass game. Oh my god. Nice roach run by here. The mule did go down. You'd almost want him to fly back into his main base just to get a little gas. With like 1 SCV mining gas. It's pretty hard to get away from this overlord. It should be clicked onto this command center. Reynor, noticing that it isn't the case now, does get clicked onto it. And the Reapers run across the map once again. If any drones were committed to the main base, that would be a nice nab here for Reynor. Putting his CC further and further away for these slow roaches to be out of reach, basically. This Rax, I don't know. Feel like you should just wall off the main, maybe fly back after you've pulled up like 4 or 5 Marines. If you have enough Marines, you can stand on top of this ramp at some point as well. But I like that the CC is far away for now. Oh, look at the Reapers. They find this one roach for free. And it's gonna go down. Clicky-clack. And the mule keeps on mining for Reynor. He's not dead, but what a game. What a game. 3 Reapers in a dream. This Ravager does get caught out. There is a queen, though. And there we go. Ravager. But do you just transfer back home? So you have, like, gases? Do you make, like, 1 spine? I don't know. Reapers are just so valuable in this position. Insane micro potential, some of us would say. And even some SCVs joining. the map again. Oh my god, this queen not ready to go to battle for the drones. The drones have to come up the line to defend the queen. And the CC is being lifted off. Oh no, and a lot of drones are going down. Do have a couple more in the main, but this is not the greatest position for MSRM to be in. I feel like he was mining more, but lost a bunch of drones just now. I guess if you get enough corrosive battles, the CC will burn down, and if you just defend any amount of drones, you will eventually win. I don't think MSRM knows about this one barracks, this one marine. He's gonna do it. This drone needs to get out of dodge just for a little bit. Oh, marine does not manage to get that drone. And 3 more drones do go down in the main base. No more drones remaining over there. What a weird-ass game. Again, this orbital has landed. One SCV is running away here. Is he going to try and mine enough minerals to start a second CC? Because I don't know if that's going to happen. Look at that. The corrosive piles are going to start. Oh, and now we have 2 queens. That is going to be very problematic. MSRM has 2 drones. Where are those 2 drones? They're both mining gas. Start mining minerals right now. He does not have any mineral income right now. If you don't mine those 20 minerals right now, you have no income for the rest of the game. That is a huge problem. Oh, no. MSRM, he's not noticing. If this orbital doesn't burn, he can only get a draw. I think you can only get a draw if this Rax just goes to the side. All the drones are dead. He has no income. There's a bunker being made somewhere. What in the world? Reynor's making a bunker at the natural of his opponent. And, oh, he's trying to make a last stand. He wants to defend this orbital. Is Reynor going to pull this one out? I mean, I wasn't expecting much when I saw Reynor go for an off race, but 12 minutes in, this game is kind of crazy. And he's trying to land, trying to get a mule so he can repair. He does have the 2 Reapers ready here. And MSRM, knowing his situation, he needs to just go for it. And, oh my god, he just needs to click the bunker! Or, I think you can click the mule? I don't know if the mule can actually go into the bunker. I think it can. One Ravager does go down. No, Reynor! He calls the GG. Of course, he doesn't know that MSRM did not have any more drones on the map. Exactly 0 drones. That makes it so that MSRM gets the first game over Reynor in this best of 3 in the upper bracket. And of course, Reynor, not knowing that he had a draw in game number 1, now has to pull it back 2 games against MSRM. The winner of the Bulgarian qualifier for this tournament. I think the qualifiers were a day before. And MSRM just going for another proxy hatch. Gotta love it. If it works once, it's gonna work twice. This is a Bly-esque move if I've ever seen one. It's even in full vision of any early scout. Hello? And Reynor does not reveal the intel. Just let the man hang himself. Throws out a good luck of fun. Just after seeing it, throws down a second refinery. I go into straight factory production here. It's like, there's no way you should ever lose this, knowing what MSRM is probably going to be doing. Judging from game 1, that's why best of series are so cool. So let's see how Reynor deals with this. Goes for the Marine and starts a factory ASAP. He's gonna go for Banshees. He's gonna go for Cyclones. You could even go for a tank. You could have gone like double Rax, more Router if you want to. I mean, we saw you can also just go 3 Rax Reaper if you want to. It works, kind of. The biggest thing is if you make a Reaper, you know you can run across the map and just be super annoying. That's one of the, I feel like, biggest weaknesses of builds like this is where you don't really want to make this queen at home. And then the Reaper's just super annoying. MSRM is making the queen at home though, so... Nice... Yeah. Nice adaptation, I would say. feels forced to make the queen. It's kind of the cheapest way to deal with your opponent, making some Reapers. 5 drones on gas, and the roaches are being made at the front. The SCV shows up to check what's happening here. And I don't know what this SCV wants to see, honestly. Maybe just wants to see reinforcements. But the roaches are on the map. msrm knows that there is no natural. And Reynor hasn't started one either. We do see a cyclone. And a starport has already been produced. It's going to start its own tech lab. And we are going to see a Banshee. And a Banshee usually means that this is all Ogre. How is msrm going to stop this? Oh, this SCV is here. Is he going to start... Oh, he's not going to start an NG bay. This drone is running across the map. Is this drone going to do anything? Or is he going to build a spore in the front? C'est possible. But we'd expect a hatch to go down real fast if msrm does not want to go all in with this. Behind this, though, also no extra units. Only 3 Ravagers. So you need about 6 or 7 to bust this bunker and the supply depots. I think 7 for the bunker and 6 for the supply depots. Well, that makes no sense. They're both 400 HP, so... probably 7 for both of them. 60? Yeah. 7 for both. 60 damage on the corrosive bile. Drones actually going across the map here. Starting to mine at the front. We see a fast lair coming up. So let's see what msrm is going to do with that. I hope it's going to be swarm hosts. You definitely don't want swarm host here. I don't think you win, but it's definitely funny. Want to see continued production of queens at the front if he is going to commit to this contain. And we see 3 cyclones. The budget stalker is operational. First Banshees on the map. Cloak is about to finish, and this might be a very fast game if there is no Spore or Overseer or second Queen in the main, and none of those things are in the main right now. There is no natural. And this contain is still going on. Look at this creep spread. Super offensive creep spread. But now this Cloaked Banshee comes in. An Infestation Pit goes down. Oh my god, msrm is starting to become my favorite player of the entire world. I can't read his brain, so I don't know if this is for Swarm Hosts or Infestors or Quick Hive, Viper, or whatever. But definitely like where his head is at. And a lot of drones are going down to this one Banshee, and that is about 1/3 of the entire economy of msrm here. And Reynor's forces do get a nice concave here on the army of msrm. He thought he had caught all of those cyclones, but actually, it is you who got baited. There is no Spore here, but there is an Overseer. We do have some Queen's Tank. Oof, we do miss the transfuse on the first one. Low HP Roach does get a nice transfuse, but more drones are gonna go down here. 21 drones and counting. And we do see the fight commencing. These Marines are going to go down, but the higher DPS units in the back, in this army specifically, let those Marines tank for a while. And msrm is holding on by the skin of his teeth. And it's mostly the skin of his drones, because those drones are the casualties of this war. And 24 drones did go down. He had like 30 plus workers, and now only has 11 left. There is even a Raven here with the auto turret, making sure that no drones survive. And somehow msrm stays in this game. 11 drones, and he has to drone like crazy now. Reynor even getting up his natural, has a lot of SCVs in the main, actually almost mining out his main. Whereas msrm still has a little bit of ways to go. Has no mules and lost like all of his workers in the main. Trying to push his advantage here. 1 siege tank on the ramp. And we have 5 Ravagers in the front. And msrm committing almost all of his money. Boom, bunch of drones going down. He knows that if he wants to win this game, he needs to have an economy. Like an economy. Oh, the corrosive biles go down, and they do get the SCV. 1 Ravager does go down for it. Or the siege tank, of course. The siege tank tanks the corrosive piles and 1 Ravager tanks the siege tanks plus the Banshee. Now we do have this infestation pit, but it hasn't been used, and no spores on the map. Or not at the front, at least. And now this Banshee just having a field day. The Queen count has been thinned out very much so. And now even the Marine count is starting to increase up to a number that just doesn't make it feasible for MSRM to stay in this game or even try to win it. Reynor takes game number 2 after scouting this proxy hatch gigafast. And sadly, the infestation bit did not come into play. And Reynor takes game number 2, which makes him switch over to the blue colors. Kind of like going Super Saiyan God mode, which for some reason makes them go blue. Unless they all hold hands in a circle, then they go red. Which, you know, I love Dragon Ball. I love the Dragon Ball Super as well, but that is a little weird. And MSRM is gonna do one more proxy hatch for us all. Gotta love it. Going to put it on the 3rd base location, which I wouldn't be surprised if Reynor just kind of scouts that before going across the map here. Because he has been placing those hatches on top of his opponent's 3rd base every time, and the SCV is gonna scout it, isn't it? Please don't scout it. Oh no, he even clicks it further. He is scouting it. He sees it again. And Reynor probably smiling right now. Starts the 2nd gas, and we're going to see a very, very similar game from game number 2 here. MSRM, you know Reynor's response now. After seeing your hatchery, when you scout that there is no low ground CC, and you see no Reapers again, you can probably deduce or safely assume that Reynor did not. Or, yeah, that Reynor did scout your hatchery. But he's going to deal with it differently this time around. He's making a bunker. He's putting it on top of the ramp. Now, MSRM has had the opportunity to proxy hatch in the previous 2 games. This Marine comes on over, starts shooting this hatchery right away, putting MSRM on a little bit of a clock. Now, what I was saying is that in the previous maps, there was a low ground natural, or at least a natural without a ramp, which makes this build a lot stronger, because then you can actually corrosive bile this building without needing an overlord to be close and give you vision. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to still see MSRM commit to this. It's a pretty strong position to be in if you can get some aggressive creep spread on your opponent's side of the map and then not die. Now, that part's pretty important, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, the Queen tries to get a creep tumor, goes for the super greedy creep tumor. These Marines could have just clicked it down plus the Queen, but instead the Marines are respecting it. They still are gonna get it. Feels bad, MSRM. I mean, I respect that you're just taking risks here against Reynor. I mean, this guy, previous world champion, even when he's not playing his main race, he mains your race, brother. And the bunker has been revealed. And the Overlord is coming from its pedestal, or its pillar, to try and give vision here, but God, no way! The Ravager Cocoon! It's gonna go down, and this Overlord does not have a safe haven on this map. This Cyclone is gonna take it down as well, and that is going to be disastrous here for MSRM. He's supply blocked. He has no further vision to gain, or no further unit to gain vision. Might have to build an Overlord over here, but you have to wait till you have those 7 Ravagers and just fly the Overlord up and nuke down the bunker so you can actually go in. Now, a nice variation on this build, if you start speed right away, stop mining gas as soon as you have those 7 Ravagers, like, build a bunch of speedlings in the back that hopefully they don't scout those, and then once you, like, have enough speedlings, or they do a dumb move, like walk down, you just run in, like, 40 lings, nuke down the bunker, and it's just a delayed all-in. That if they think you're droning behind it, which Reynor doesn't know right now, that's the only, like, advantage that msrm has right now. Reynor starts his natural, and again he's making the banshees. Now we do see the spore coming out of msrm this time around. I would be pretty excited to see some swarm hosty boys, but I don't know if it's going to do anything here. Another overlord gets locked on by these ravagers, or the cyclones lock on to the ravagers, sorry. First banshee going across the map. Do we have... No, we do not have cloak. So, Reynor flies into the natural, sees there is no natural. Infestation pit is in the main. And this banshee still gets a couple of drones for her troubles. And we see a scan go down. The infestation pit has been clicked, has been spotted. And a fusion core is coming out. Gonna see battlecruiser, which I think will end this game on the spot. Would even like to see a second starport to be built, but msrm might go for a bust before that. Did not cancel the infestation pit. Does get the bunker down with the Ravagers plus Roaches. Of course, if you get a right click off, six Ravagers is enough. But if you want to do it clean, 7 is your number. Oh, no transfuse? Doesn't save all of the Ravagers. Now we have that infestation pit again, but it's not being used. Maybe it's just a fake. Oh, Lord. 2 Ravagers are remaining. There's a siege tank in the back as well. No more transfuse. Oh, the transfuse comes out just in time. There was one more. We do have the Cybercore. Enough money for the battlecruiser. And battlecruiser operational. Well, not quite, but it will be. In a long while from now. They build pretty slow, actually. 2 bunkers, 2 siege tanks, and a cyclone. msrm behind this, still on 22 drones. Not making more than he made last game. Last game he was like 30 drones. It's way more all in this game. Oh, the double siege tank. And msrm is just butting his head into it. Now we do see 3 swarm hosts underway. Thank you. We see swarm host, baby. 6 boys underway. Not making any of them in the main, just all of them at the front. 6 of them are coming out, but the battle cruiser's almost out. And I think, I mean, how are you going to play against battle cruiser with 22 drones? You can't drone this mineral line ever. And, I mean, you can't even get over here. You should have, like, set, like, 2 lings on these rocks so you can actually walk over there. I guess you just need a Nidus Worm for that. The Locusts are coming out. They all get aggroed by this one Cyclone, making the main army take all of the siege tank fire. I feel like you want the Locust to do that, but almost the entire army of msrm does go down. The battlecruiser has blinked on top of the opponent. I think one of the spores got targeted down because there is no spore crawler here. And the main base has been evacuated. This first battlecruiser putting msrm giga all in because this base is just unmineable. Like, any unit over here, if this siege tank just scoots over a little, and more Locust coming in, swarm hosts run into tank. And now the Locusts swoop on down, but there's already 4 siege tanks. The 5th one is here, and msrm calls the G to the G, as he just does not have the economy, does not have the units. Just unluck, as they say. He went for a blind build, basically, and Reynor got about the earliest scout that you could have wished for to deal with this. I don't know if you could proxy back there, maybe even put it away from a base. Like, you're never mining from these minerals anyways, unless you somehow already have secured his natural. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like you're never mining from this base in most situations, but it's a high risk, high reward, I would say. Because if you do take down this bunker, or Reynor doesn't bunker, like, he didn't show him bunkering in the last game, even though there wasn't a ramp. So maybe he takes this area once again, and then you can start mining just like the last game. And it might actually be playable does look like a very fun ladder build. I do recommend you guys go out there and play MSRM's build versus all those goddamn Terrans on the map, on the ladder. They need to be punished. Guys, thank you for watching. It's been a while, I know. I just didn't know what to cast, basically. Right. I was in talks with ESL to be allowed to cast the ESL Cups, and then they were discontinued halfway during those talks. For now, we don't know. And I don't have the contacts to be allowed to cast any other weeklies. But we're back. We're casting some StarCraft, planning to do it around 3 times a week for the Bellum Gens Elite. And that will mean that I'll have casted that entire tournament, minus a couple games, just before Homestore Cup 26 happens at the end of November into the start of December. That is when the sun has left us. Daylight savings come to ruin all of our lives. But for now, we can just enjoy some good old StarCraft. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.